Yeah, just thought I'd actually do a quick video about how to write riffs using chromaticism for passing tones and trying to display different types of modal harmony and arrangements. Currently, this guitar is tuned to drop D, so we're going to be using some kind of chromaticism to kind of outline different types of modes and also chords as well. I think a lot of the time when I listen to riffs nowadays, it just seems to be so atonal, and it doesn't feel like there's a lot of modulation going on, and for me at least, it becomes very disinteresting very quickly when you're listening to a riff and all it's like which is great, but there's like a time and place for it, and it's just not how I like to do things. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try and show ways of using minor sevenths, doing major sixths as well as minor sixths as well, to kind of give a Dorian and Aeolian kind of feel as well. So we're going to use obviously the key of D since we're tuned to drop D, and so you've got the minor seventh being the C, the major sixth being the B, the flat six being the B flat. Great for making rock songs. And we're also going to use the flat fifth as well, and I give that kind of bluesy feel. So let's just give it a go. Let's give a simple groove. So that was just, for me, like a really simple kind of progression there. We've got, it actually shifted to like a bit of like a Mixolydian kind of sound there because I threw in the major third. I love all that kind of 80s sus 4 to major third sounding. And you see like there's a lot of kind of flavour that's been thrown in there. So we've got all these Mixolydian kind of sounds. Then we've got the Aeolian. You could then throw in maybe a Dorian, because you've got the major sixth. And then we could land on like a major 7, so like this is a B flat major 7. Let's see how huge that sounds, how it's very rich. You can play down here. So that's just like a bit of a takeaway for me. So, and that's something I use all the time when it comes to writing riffs, and it's so easy to do, and it can really create a lot of impact. So just give it a go when you're next trying to write a riff. Just think about chromaticism and how you can utilize that to create passing tones, as well as changing key. Maybe you might want to change to G, for example. So if we're in D, how we're going to get to G and make G maybe like a G major. So if we're in D minor, something I like to do as well is if I go down to the E flat, so it kind of gives this kind of feel where it would going somewhere, and it's also really useful to change key as well. So if I'm in, again, D, so that's like an F add 9, that's like a C5 with an E in the bass, which kind of gives it like a C major kind of sound. So you've got like E flat major there to the E flat add 9. So straight away we're in a different key, and you've got potentially another song that you could come up with right there, or it could be kind of like a progressive thing where you're going on to some big etude as part of it. So just give these things a go. They work for me, and obviously my inspiration comes from a lot of like 80s hard rock and even pop music. So just let me know what you think. Thanks.